Hi, my name is Gary Cruz with the May Studio, and today I'll be reviewing this Manfrotto Lanc controller that goes on a tripod. This specific Lanc controller is specifically the MVR901 ECLA. Let's go ahead and unbox it. We've got the Lanc controller that clamps onto the handlebar. And we have a manual. It's pretty straightforward. Here's the controller. It's pretty basic. You've got a power, autofocus, zoom to focus button, record and stop, and LEDs to indicate if it's in zoom or focus mode. The controls are pretty smooth. Now let's do a quick comparison of this Manfrotto Lanc controller compared to this Sony Lanc controller that's built into this tripod. Now this tripod I got from 2003. It's not as smooth as this Sachtler FSB8, so I wanted to have Lanc control on this too. For those who aren't familiar with Lanc control, really what it does is that it prevents you from having to hold the zoom buttons up here while trying to control it, and you can do it from the handle itself. Right now we're using the Sony Lanc controller. As I zoom in, you can see it's pretty slow and smooth. Going all the way. And it's going out of focus. Zoom out slowly. And this is a variable zoom depending on how hard you push the knob. So the harder I push, the faster it goes. And the harder I pull in, the faster it zooms in. Let's do that with this something off in the distance here. Here's a pillow. Zoom in. And let's zoom out slowly. And a little bit slower. So you can see there's a little bit of shake in this tripod. And on this Lanc controller, on this tripod, there's only zoom and telephoto. Or there's only zoom control. There's zoom control, and also for older cameras there's also a photo button, but there's no focus control. Now let's go ahead and switch this out and put this camera on top of the FSB8. So I'm going to unplug the Lanc controller. Now if you try to plug it in after the fact, here I'll show this. If we just try to plug it in and do some controlling, it's not going to zoom in and out. And to solve that, you have to turn it off and turn it back on. All right, first up, let's actually get this bolted onto the Sachtler head. So I'm going to loosen this. There's also, I just noticed that there's a zoom speed limit. So essentially, even though you can max out the speed on the zoom front and back, this actually sets the limit on how fast it zooms. Okay, it feels like this is very durable plastic, and this is a little bit rubberized here. It's very smooth. Has a nice springy give to it. Now let's get the camera on the tripod. Got it secured. Next up is we'll plug in the Lanc cable. So as you can see, it lights up. We've got the start and record. However, when I zoom back and forth, it's not zooming in and out yet. So what I'm going to do is I'll go ahead and show you what this looks like here first. Okay, so as I try to zoom in and out, it's not working. All you have to do is close this. Okay, and now it's zooming in and out. It's really smooth. Okay, let me actually do a split screen here. So let's try the controls. I'll go ahead and zoom in slowly on this plant. This is about as slow as it goes. Pause, slow, pick up the range and all the way. And this is the fastest zoom out. And this is the fastest zoom in. Slowly out. And slow in. Next, I'll click on the autofocus button. Clicking on the switch here switches it from zoom to focus mode. And let's try focusing in and out. Okay, that works. Zoom out. If I switch back, click on the focus button. For me, when I click on the focus button, nothing happens. So I'll click on the autofocus back on the camera and it put it back in focus mode. Next, we'll try the zoom limit. The zoom speed depends on how far I push this rocker. Now, if I set the zoom limit and push it in a bit, so no matter how far I move the rocker, the zoom limit is minimized. Now, if I move this a little bit more, okay, so as I dial it up, it goes to the maximum speed available. So think of it as a speed limit, but it's called the zoom limit. I'm really happy so far with this. I'll probably do an update, but really it's pretty basic lane control that now works with my Sachtler FSB8 tripod head. And the primary benefit here is now I can use one-handed control versus having a left hand on this to control the pan and tilt, and then my right hand on the zoom controls. If this review was helpful for you, definitely hit that like button. And if you're interested in video gear, please subscribe to this Amaze Studios channel. And thanks for watching.
Yeah.